Nice, quiet weekend. Nothing major going on. Just got my coffee, a little reading material, maybe some casual masturbation. Nice.
Oh, Yoda, I've got something to show you.
What? What the fuck is this? What? Amanda, what are you doing to me? What?
I'm just bringing you a nice little story to cancer up your day.
You're gonna make me watch this shit?
Yeah, I am. It's cancer that needs to be addressed.
I don't wanna.
Too bad. The vodka genie has spoken.
Jamie. A transgender Cinderella story. God, kill me now.
Save the bleach for the end, Yoda.
Once upon a time, in an old, dusty house,
An old dusty house lived Jamie.
lived Jamie.
Okay.
Jamie was very handy. She was great at fixing things and could make almost anything from the little that she had.
She's very empowered, very capable. She wants you to know that right off the bat.
But her older, meaner brothers
White brothers, by the way. Don't forget White.
would often take advantage of this.
Fix my motorbike.
They'd moan,
Women can't fix bikes.
Mend my car.
Women can't fix cars. Oh, silly.
it would go on.
Haven't you done it yet?
They'd often be heard screaming. Jamie would be expected to do all this and more. She had to clean the house, prepare the meals, and sew up all the holes in her brother's stinky socks.
Why? Why does she have to do this in the 20th century in Western civilization? What's making her do this?
It sounds to me like Jamie has self-esteem issues and feels the need to please those she cares about in order to deserve their love. She also seems to have forgotten a basic truth of life. People will treat you how you let them treat you.
Nobody's making her do this. Just don't. Just leave. If you're so fucking capable, just get the fuck out. What's the problem here?
It wasn't pleasant living with them at all.
Then leave.
And what made it worse, her brothers had their own fairy godmother who could grant them wishes.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming that this is some sort of symbolism that white guys just get everything they want because magic, society reasons.
Yeah, I think they're using the fairy to represent privilege, which is utterly ridiculous if this is meant to be a Cinderella story, because in that story, the fairy was meant to represent the kindness of benevolent strangers in your darkest hour, giving you hope. It's meant to show that being a good person, despite the hardships you face, will come with its own rewards.
We want new outfits.
One brother would demand.
Give us the coolest shoes.
Are you sure these guys aren't gay?
The other would say.
We want more stuff.
They'd both shout.
Sounds like a millennial to me.
And every time, just like that, their fairy godmother would give them what they wanted.
So why? Why would this fairy godmother just do whatever they wanted? My guess is these guys know how to eat box better than anybody.
Yoda, you crack me the fuck up, dude.
Jamie once asked if she could make a wish too. It didn't go down well.
She didn't go down well, and that's why she's not allowed to get any wishes. She's just not good at the pussy eating.
You?
The fairy godmother would laugh.
Make a wish? But look at you, dressed in rags, covered in dust. Can't grant wishes to people like you.
This had made Jamie very sad.
If we go off the premise already established in Jamie's little world, Jamie has no right to expect the fairy to help her. The fairy chooses who she helps, and this fairy is a cunt who only likes spoiled douche guys who eat veg.
Aww. She's not going to get everything she wants at the snap of a finger. She's going to have to work for it. Aww.
For she had only ever wanted to wish for one thing. She wished that she could feel right.
What?
Because she didn't. She
What?
didn't feel right at all.
What the fuck? Are you telling me that she's basically an indentured servant to two brothers that abuse her and have everything they want given to them through a magical godmother that won't do anything for her, makes her work, and the only thing she's worried about is whether she feels right in her own body? You fucking misplaced goddamn problems there.
Not in her body, that is. You see, how Jamie felt inside didn't match up with what she saw in the mirror.
Amanda, this is torture. Do you not like me? Is that what it is? Is this just to fuck with me?
No, Yoda, it's to tell people what this story is really about. Alright, I think we're seeing this whole story through Jamie's eyes, and here's what I think is the reality behind the story. This girl is mentally damaged. She grew up in a house with obviously wealthy parents who are obviously never around and who obviously favor their sons and ignore and mistreat their daughter and have her work like a slave. So she was seen as bad and they were seen as good, and of course that's gonna fuck with her mentally and give her penis envy. What's horrible about this story is rather than talk about actual transgender issues, it promotes the idea that the mentally impaired, if they just change their outsides, then their inner pain will go away. It won't.
And oh, how she wished it could. Jamie had asked her brothers for help, if she could maybe wear their old clothes.
Oh, this is just how my daughter dreamed of her fairy tales, if she could wear my old clothes.
And if they could help to cut her hair the way she wanted. But,
You're not having any of my clothes.
screamed one of the brothers,
And don't even think about using my scissors.
Oh yeah? And what right did she have to expect them to give her anything? She has the power to bargain. They want her to fix their vehicles. Why not exchange the work for the things she wants?
I'm telling you, they're gay. That's as catty as an answer as you're going to get.
unfairly scolded the other. It wasn't an easy life for Jamie.
It's not an easy life for most people. Hell, even rich people. Daytime TV had a story a while back about two rich kids whose parents treated them like utter shit. And this story seems to be about kind of the same thing.
Yeah, with the slavery and all. That she's worried about that she doesn't have a cock.
But it was the only one she had. However, Jamie wasn't completely alone. Her friends the mice were very kind and helpful. They loved her, and they always would.
I don't want to know what kind of horrific forbidden love they have, because I'm pretty sure this is going in weird directions.
It was a chilly afternoon.
You can tell by the snow.
Snow covered the ground.
There is no snow on that ground. There's no fucking snow on that ground. There's a little bit on the tree. There's a little bit. The production values suck.
And Jamie was inside, busy fixing the fireplace.
What are you going to do to fix a fireplace? You put logs in the son of a bitch and it burns. You know, so it doesn't break down. I guess maybe it's a gas fireplace, but I never had a gas fireplace break down. I had one for 15 years. What? They don't even make up good chores for her to do.
When,
They're here.
squealed one of Jamie's brothers.
Invitations to the royal ball, and it's tonight.
A royal ball in this day and age?
Oh, how wonderful.
Said the other.
A night of dancing and dining,
I bet these two can't wait to get a hold of some royal balls.
lapping and waving.
Lapping? Lap dancing? I'm confused.
And a chance to meet the princess.
How exciting.
Jamie joined in. She had heard much about the palace, the princess, and though few and far between, the royal balls.
I bet you have. Oh, those royal balls.
What?
Shrieked the pair.
I wouldn't think for 1 minute that you'll be attending tonight's ball, Jamie.
One brother said cruelly.
Why do they hate her so much? I mean, in the original Cinderella, there was a backstory. The dad died. The stepmother came in with her 2 kids that she favored and spoiled. And Cinderella wasn't her kid, so when the dad died, she treated her poorly. I get it. They weren't exactly family, and they were unkind because of a lot of that. Why does her actual brothers hate her so much? It's never stated. I'm assuming because they're white, they get everything they want, and they hate trans people, even though these are the gayest guys I've ever seen.
But why ever not?
Jamie asked.
It looks like we're all invited.
Yes, we're all invited to a royal ball, but there's nothing royal about you.
One brother said in the most wicked way.
So this is class warfare then.
Haha, yes, what would you wear to a royal ball?
The other brother cut in.
You have no nice clothes, your hair is very messy, and you're always covered in dust or grease or grime.
Or cinders.
The fairy godmother had now joined in,
Now get over here and eat my box.
and the brothers began to laugh nastily. In fact, they laughed all evening as they got ready, all the while having their every wish granted.
Why does this godmother do that? Why is she so fucking cruel and It doesn't make sense. And this is supposed to be a transgender thing. I don't understand why they're making her work. I don't understand anything so far. Amanda, do you understand anything so far?
This young girl needs mental help because she has negligent wealthy parents, sociopathic brothers, delusions that a credit card is a fairy and can talk, and on top of all that, the abuse to her and obvious favorites towards her brothers has led her to have identity issues where she believes being a woman is a bad thing and now she wants to be a man. That's my understanding thus far.
Once again, Jamie was left feeling very sad.
I guess my brothers are right.
She thought as she watched them ride off towards the palace.
Or are they?
Ooh, the plot thickens.
Jamie suddenly felt a feeling deep inside, rising up.
Yeah, it's called agency. You've had it all along. Get the fuck out. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Stop bitching and whining and taking it from these assholes.
Or it's called a mental break due to her abuse and delusions. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet.
It was like fire in her tummy.
What am I doing? Standing for this? This is not fair. I should be allowed to attend the royal ball too.
This is not fair. That is the SJW anthem.
And with that, Jamie started to plan.
Okay,
She thought,
what do I need?
First, I get the fertilizer.
Transportation. I need to get there. And I must have some nice clothes. Oh, and a disguise. A disguise to trick my brothers.
Jamie smiled. She knew what she wanted, and now to make it happen.
I can't wait to see where this is going.
She went out into the garden and found the biggest pumpkin she could. All it needed was a few modifications, and it would make a great ride.
What the fuck? What the fuck? So, You understand that in the original Cinderella, she didn't ride in a real pumpkin. It was a magically transformed pumpkin into a vague pumpkin shape, but it was still made out of glass and wood and metal, and it wasn't a rotting rind that you scooped out all the garbage in, and you're just going to sit in there sticky with a... Oh, fuck me.
I was right. It's a mental break in a sad, abused girl. What a sick fucking story to read to kids in schools, am I right?
After a lot of hard work, Jamie had a roaring pumpkin car to drive to the ball in. It was incredible and one of a kind.
Perfect.
Do you smell pumpkin cooking? Is that pie? No, that's a very hot engine in a pumpkin rind, and it's going to fall apart in 3 seconds after you hit the gas.
What's next?
Jamie dashed upstairs and found an old piece of material that belonged to her. She carefully started to fold and neatly rip the material. It was tricky without any scissors.
Where did she have this material? How long has she had this material? This is the first time she thought of making her own clothes with it?
The mice watched in amazement as Jamie sewed and sewed until she held up the most wonderful suit. Jamie tried it on. It fitted just fine, and Jamie felt great.
How the hell did she do that without scissors? What, did she cut it with her teeth?
Admiring her reflection, she thought,
One last thing I need.
Okay, you look like a chick in a tux, so what?
A disguise. What can I do?
and just then she felt her trouser leg being tugged. It was her friends, the mice. They were holding her brother's scissors.
Oh God, I don't like where this is going.
Thank you, little mice.
I could have used that about 20 minutes ago when I was chewing through this suit.
Jamie said defeatedly.
But I'm not allowed to use them. My brother made it very clear.
The mice continued to tug, and as they did, Jamie felt that feeling in her tummy once more. It was like fire.
It's called an ulcer.
Jamie spoke.
Aha! But he didn't say you couldn't use them, did he?
Jamie said excitedly to the mice.
Oh, okay. Fuck me. That's that technical bullshit. Okay, whatever. But you didn't say you couldn't use it. I think it was kind of implied.
Feeling very pleased with herself, Jamie lay down on the floor and allowed her good friends the mice to cut her long hair. The mice started cutting.
Whoa, what's happening here? She's laying on the floor, and the mice are going to have their way with her.
Jamie couldn't wait. What a brilliant disguise! And it was done. Jamie sat up.
I wonder what else the mice did. There was some running around her body. There's something untoward going on here.
She looked in the mirror.
Oh,
Jamie gasped. She remained silent for a short while. She then spoke.
wow.
She said to the mice, clearly very happy with what she saw.
This is me. This is Jamie.
Jamie smiled, for finally, looking back, was the person Jamie was inside.
You're wearing a tux and you've got some short hair. You know, real transgender people actually put a lot of effort into it. Have you seen Blair White? And I've noticed it's the conservative transgender people that actually do the work, because SJWs are lazy as fuck and want everything just handed to them, and they don't want to put in the work. So just taking a haircut and throwing on a suit isn't going to fool anybody.
And it wasn't the hair, or the suit, or the pumpkin car, but it was Jamie. Jamie finally understanding who he was.
Wait a minute. The only things you changed about yourself was the hair, the suit, and the pumpkin car. Why is it this is the person staring back at you right now when those are the only things you changed about yourself? Obviously, it was just those superficial things.
Because she's no longer within reality in her mind. Like, completely. She was already teetering on the edge and having delusions and thinking crazy shit. Now she has completely split from reality and gone off into some fucking crazy land.
And I'm a boy. I always have been.
Jamie said excitedly to the mice.
Oh, and just like that, she grew a cock.
The mice nodded. They completely understood, and they ran up Jamie's arm to give the biggest hug a group of mice can give. It was now time for Jamie to go to the ball, and he was very excited.
No, you're not a boy, because guys wouldn't put up with being kicked around like that. Amanda, don't hurt me.
I'll let you live.
Boys and girls, this is how you delude yourself. Isn't it fun?
The palace was filled with guests from far and wide, all dressed up, looking very smart. They were dancing and dining, laughing and waving. Almost everybody was having a wonderful time.
Holy shit, it's the Oppression Olympics in here. Let's take a look at what we got. We got the Muslim and hijab. We got this dude with the beard. We got the two brothers. We got a furry. We got old people. We got a black and a Mexican homosexuals. We got this foppish guy. We got this chick, or really any of these is possibly a transgender. We've got this animal and this dude that apparently is a picture of them as a couple. We got the Scottish guy in here. We got the nerd. We got the black chick. We've got the white chick that looks like Beauty and the Beast. Holy shit, is that Jem from Jem and the Holograms? Oh wait, it's a burn victim. I'm so sorry. Dude in a wheelchair. Another chick. Couple of homos back here. Here's a guy who makes out with a blue balloon. It's an amazing array of diversity.
Everybody except the princess. She did not enjoy these parties.
Why not?
This princess is spoiled and bored and looking for the eccentric to liven up her life. Something to piss off and gain the attention of her neglectful parents. I mean, you can't get more Psych 101 than this.
Nobody seemed to just be themselves.
What do you mean nobody seemed to be just themselves? You've got the entire progressive stack in this one picture. Are you saying they're basically just all white guys?
Because her neglectful parents are so open within their kingdom, she has to seek something even more extreme to spark her interest. Like a mentally ill abuse victim mid-delusion.
And the lazy pair she was currently speaking with, well, they were even worse.
Those white cisgendered bro fucks.
We have a fairy godmother, grants us lots of wishes.
We can get anything we want.
Wow. I will try to use that. If I'm ever single again, Amanda, tell me, if I came up to you in a bar and I said, a fairy godmother, she grants wishes, I'd be interested to see your actual reaction.
I'd probably laugh and tell you to wish for a chick that buys this bullshit.
No need to work.
No need to work, because women don't work. What kind of silliness is that? Why are these people trying to fight what happened in the 1950s over 60 years later? Can we get over it?
The princess smiled politely and backed away from the brothers.
Because that's what you do with crazy people. Smile so they don't get scared, and back away slowly so they don't attack you.
She'd had just about enough of the party.
Why? Everybody is represented there. Muslims, crippled people, blacks, Jews, everybody's there. Even a Scotsman, for Christ's sake. Furries, every fucking crazy perversion under the sun is there in the picture. Okay, not everybody's a perversion. Just the dude fucking the blue balloon.
Seriously, the more we see, the more my theory makes sense.
When
Of course, this is a woman who becomes a man's idea of a hot rod. A pumpkin.
The most spectacular car glided through the ballroom doors.
Why is it driving inside the palace? Why is it in there? Why does it sound like a Harley? Why?
It looked like a pumpkin, and it expertly darted around guests.
Why? What would you say if somebody drove their fucking car into a party and drove around guests?
Until it came to a very calm stop right by the princess. Out stepped a very well-dressed young man.
Alright, bullshit. How did he get out of there? The glass, does it open up? The door didn't open up. Was it got a teleporter?
Hello, Your Highness. I'm Jamie. Sorry, no space outside. I thought I'd park in here instead. Closer to the dance floor that way.
Crazy meets crazy.
There's no space outside. Let's take another look at that castle. Look at all the space out there. Fucking liar.
Jamie said with a cheeky grin on his face. He outstretched his arm, gesturing to the princess to dance with him.
I bet they would just accept that. No problems. Those royal balls, they're very known for their loose parking rules and regulations.
The other guests watched in astonishment.
Who does he think he is?
Said one of Jamie's brothers, failing to recognise the boy they saw before them.
I don't know. But look, the princess is clearly impressed.
Said the other.
Because they're morons.
And it was true. The princess had very quickly taken to Jamie. She was intrigued by this young man she was now dancing with.
Because Jamie is rambling and crazy.
And she wanted to know more.
Well, have you got a surprise coming, honey?
The pair danced and talked, long into the night.
So naturally, your first question is, do you have a cock, or are you just fucking with me?
The princess was captivated by Jamie, by his story, and by his honesty.
Wow,
Said the princess.
what a story.
Jamie had told the princess everything, not a detail left out.
Uh-huh. That. Just accepted it right off the bat. Pumpkin car was all it took.
I can't quite believe it.
She said. What? Jamie asked.
That this is even really a story that you're trying to foist on children.
In schools, don't forget that part, Yoda. They're teaching this to kids in schools.
You mean you made this car by yourself? And this suit? All you two? Incredible.
No, it's not.
You are very talented.
Jamie began to blush at the princess's words.
There's just one thing.
Oh? Questioned Jamie.
I just can't believe you let a mouse cut your hair.
That wasn't all he did.
The princess laughed.
It was actually a few mice. Don't you think they did a good job?
We call it a gangbang.
Jamie giggled.
You know what?
Said the princess.
I think they did.
And with that, she kissed Jamie on his cheek.
Bet she got a lot of attention from her parents when they heard this story.
Isn't this nice? Two chaste, androgynous fuckwits who have no respect for private property, taking scissors and pumpkins and whatever the hell else they want to take. This is a socialist nightmare, I'm telling you. Don't look at me like that, Amanda. I'm not crazy.
You aren't, but these two are. This story normalizes mental illness and abuse to children.
It was the end of the night, and long after midnight. Almost every guest had gone. All except Jamie and his two brothers.
Okay.
The brothers had to know more about this well-dressed young man who drove a pumpkin car.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt.
Said one brother to Jamie.
We simply must know, who is your fairy godmother? She's done a wonderful job. What magic is this?
Magic?
Yeah, that's it. Everybody does everything through fairy magic godmothers. We don't have actual work. We don't do anything except for the transgender among us who are so oppressed. The white guys, they just get everything through magic. Of course, if they had a brain in their head, they just would have wished the house clean, or perhaps wished Jamie away from the princess, or wished that the pumpkin car had rotted right there in the middle of the floor. Seems like if they had some imagination, they could have used that fairy godmother to do whatever the hell they wanted and take it over the planet.
Fairy godmother?
Jamie laughed.
Why, this is just me.
You mean you put all of this together yourself? No magic?
One brother asked.
No magic.
Jamie confirmed.
Just a lot of hard work. Oh, and some help from my friends.
Yeah, that's how everybody does it. There's no such thing as fairy godmothers. There's no such thing as society just handing white guys everything they want because they're white and straight.
Hard work?
The brothers spat, almost fainting at the sound,
No thanks.
and off they went.
This is what's called projection, folks. The whining and the crying, and I just want to get my hair cut and put on a new suit, and everybody has to call me he, and I don't have to actually do anything. I don't have to actually go through the work and the time and the suffering that somebody like Blair White did. No, this is good enough, and everybody has to accept me, and they're the lazy ones. Don't buy this shit, guys.
They were no longer interested. The princess spoke.
Didn't you want to reveal yourself to your brothers?
She said,
I don't think it's necessary anymore. Or even possible.
said Jamie.
What? Well, how is it not possible?
Yoda, she's gone off the deep end. She's no longer their sister. She's assumed a new identity. She has attached her new persona to the princess.
Hey, I'm your sister Jamie. I decided to cut my hair and call myself he. You recognize me now? How hard is that?
But why ever not?
Asked the princess. Jamie looked at the princess and smiled. Tonight, Jamie had felt right for the first time, and he knew this is how things would stay.
Well, Your Highness, I couldn't possibly. Because I am not wearing a disguise.
Holy fuck, I was right.
Why don't you take off your clothes and take a shower? Let's see how right you feel. With the tits and the Vad JJ.
The very next day.
Oh god, this is still fucking going on.
The very next day, when the brothers woke up, not a room had been cleaned, not a floor had been scrubbed.
Okay. Fairy godmother, I wish the rooms would be clean, the floors to be scrubbed. Boom, done.
These brothers may have never even existed, Yoda. These could have been strangers at the ball she claimed as brothers. How else do you explain them not looking for her or realizing she's gone?
No meals had been made,
Fairy godmother, get me some McDonald's.
no socks had been sewn.
Fairy godmother, sew my fucking socks.
So they turned on the TV, but soon started to moan.
Look, there's the princess. Gone for a ride.
In a pumpkin-shaped car?
I bet that thing smells. It smells really bad.
A young man at her side?
Sticky young man.
The brothers watched on, and all they could see was a very happy princess and a boy called Jamie.
Oh, are we changing the accent now? Jamie. The person formerly known as Jamie is now Jamie. Alright, so I hated everything about this and I want to die. Amanda, take it from here, please.
This is all in the head of some sad, ill girl. She probably never even went to the ball. She's locked up in the attic, like rocking back and forth, thinking up this story in her mind. And they read this shit to kids. Well, I'm glad we're finally done with this stupidity. I think Yoda is off in a corner drinking himself stupid after all of that. Y'all be sure to go check out his channel and show him some love to make up for the torture I've just put him through. answering this stupidity from the Ferret Face Poppin' Ollie. And as always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. I love to hear from you. Much love, everyone.